Hi, welcome to lesson 24 of Excel. My name is Sophie and I'm going to be your trainer for today. So, for this session, for the previous session, what we've covered was mainly in the Insert tab, header and footer. Now, for this session, we are going to go to the page layout and cover mainly on the rest of it. Now, so let's start with the understanding page layout. So, what is page layout? Page layout is basically manipulating the format in the entire page. So let's start with margins. So what are margins actually? So margins are basically these empty areas at the left, on the right, top, or bottom. So let's say if I would like the left area to be wider. So how do I go about it? So first things first, I go to page layout. After page layout, I go to margins. After margins, I go all the way down to custom margins. Now, when I go to custom margins, let's say if I would like to adjust the empty space on the left margin to be wider. So let's say I would like it to be 5 cm. I highlight this, maybe about 4 cm. Type in 4. Notice what happens when I click OK at this area here. Voila! Do you notice that? That it is a wider empty space. Okay, now let's try another one. Now let's say if I would like to change the right margin to 4 cm as well. So how do I go about it? First step, must I highlight anything? No, there isn't any need to highlight. So just go straight to page layout. After page layout, go to margins. Yes, after margins, go all the way down to custom margins. Now a box comes out, right? So do you notice it? Left, right, top, bottom. So now, what am I focusing on? Left or right? Right, correct. Now, so I highlight this, type in 4. Now, then check, did I type in 4, not 44? Notice what happens at this area when I click OK. Ta-da! You notice that this area becomes wider. So this is what it means by margins. Now, notice what happens when this area becomes empty space wider. It cuts and goes to the next page. Okay, so that's what it means by margins. Yeah, okay, great. So now we're going to move on to the next particular command in page layout, which is orientation. Now, so what is orientation? Now, there are two orientations. Basically, there is portrait and landscape. So portrait, as you notice here, is from top to bottom. Landscape is left to the right. Now, the current default setting of Excel will always be in portrait orientation. However, let's say if you would like to change it in landscape orientation, how do I go about it? Now, very simply, first step, where do I go? Page layout. After that, I go to orientation, then I go to landscape. Now, once I go to landscape, do you notice that it becomes wider from left to right? Okay, so it's unlike the one that we saw, which is in portrait orientation. So this is what it means by orientation. Now, likewise, if you would like to change the orientation to portrait, what do? We go to page layout, orientation, change it to portrait. So it becomes top to bottom. Yeah, so this is what it means by margins and orientation. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a lot. And thank you for watching.